Welcome, everybody. It's episode number 270 of Tommy Maroon Sports Show right here on WCTV. Wadsworth Community Television is the best place to watch your favorite shows, folks, such as my show. Okay, maybe this isn't your favorite, but you got the gist. Cavs are in the playoffs. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? My goodness, 52-10 on the season, 12-game winning streak, third straight year they're in the playoffs. Fourth straight year they're in the play-in tournament or playoffs. Excuse me, they lost to the Knicks in 5 2 years ago. Lost to the Hawks in the play-in before that. And, of course, lost to Celtics in 5 last year. And 3 10-game win streaks for the Cavs this season. Best team and hottest team in the NBA, no denying that, because, of course, that 12-game winning streak I just talked about. We're going to recap 4 of those games. First, we're going to look at the Cavs at Celtics, which was quite the comeback. 123-116, 25-3. Boston held a giant lead. I was watching. I saw Jason Tatum drill the 3. I'm like, well, guess the Cavs aren't winning today. And sure enough, they came back. Donovan Mitchell, courtesy of Mr. Mitchell, 41 points. And Darius Garland, 20. And Evan Mobley.
Right there.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, that guy is indeed an MVP candidate. I doubt he's going to win it, unfortunately. But you never know. Evan Mobley, 17 points, 12 rebounds. And Jason Tatum for the Celtics, 46 points, 16 rebounds. 1 assist shy of a triple-double, which is tough. But that's just how it is. Jaylen Brown, 37 points. Cavs had 4 less turnovers, which may have contributed to the win. But look at this. This was from the game last night. Cavs were just doing it dandy. That's why. Cavs against the Trailblazers. Cavs won it in overtime, 133-129. DeAndre Hunter, 32 points. Ty Jerome, 25. And Evan Mobley, 20. We had Denny Avdia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I didn't. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, of course, a triple-double. Anthony Simmons, 27 points. And just like the Celtics, the Trailblazers had themselves a comfy lead. I think that was in the second half, too. 18-point lead, and then the comeback Cavaliers did it. Out-rebounding Portland by 1, but you know what? They still won the game. Then the Cavs against the Bulls in Chicago, where the Cavs won pretty handily, 139-117. It wasn't, however, a blowout all the way, because Chicago's up by 15 at one point, and the Bulls had 5 more rebounds than Cleveland. But we did see Donovan Mitchell score 28, Jared Allen with 25 and 17, Darius Garland 19 points, Kobe White had 25 points, and Taylor Horton Tucker 22. And then this game right here, this is what I want to tell you about, because this gave the Cavs their playoff spot, down by 7 in the fourth quarter, coming back. So all 4 wins, pretty impressive comebacks if you ask me, especially the Celtics game. But Mr. Mitchell had 26 points, and DeAndre Hunter, the newest addition to this Cavs team, and Evan Mobley, 16 points each. Bam Adebayo, 34 points, 12 rebounds. Duncan Robinson, 14. But the story for Duncan Robinson was when he tried to attempt a game-tying 3, but his foot stepped on the line just barely, and it wound up being a turnover, and the Cavs were able to win the game. So all is good in the Cavs universe. Let's look at the standings, shall we? Cavs are 8 games ahead of the Celtics, 11.5 ahead of New York, 15.5 ahead of Milwaukee, and 16 ahead of Indiana, and of course 17.5 ahead of Detroit. Detroit being a surprisingly good team, but I will say J.B. Bickerstaff is a good coach, contrary to what we all thought here in Cleveland when he was the coach of the Cavs. But anyways, enough on that. Tommy's picks time. Spoiler alert, this week's picks are going to be much more condensed and much more shorter than this, because we did a whole lot of picks. Division 1, Region 1, Magnificat 54, Jackson 41. Olentangy lost. This is girls basketball, by the way. Olentangy lost 51-36. Springboro beat Mason 59-44, and Princeton got Walnut Hills 58-45. Division 2, Olmsted Falls doing Olmsted Falls things. They're the reigning Division 1 champions. That was prior to, of course, the splitting of 7 divisions. They beat Green by 15. And Hudson took a tough loss to the Generals of Anthony Wayne. Anthony Wayne regional champions 48-32. Big Walnut, they beat Westerville South 62-53. And Winton Woods beat the lights out of start. Wow, 54-16. Division 3, Region 9, of course, the Hornets were in that. And just like every good thing, it had to come to an end. When Hoban really got the best of us, 68-44. Really, that full court heat at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse really killing us. It's our only loss of the season, and it's the most critical loss of the season. But no denying that it was a phenomenal season for the 5 seniors, a phenomenal careers for all 5 seniors. And Brush beat CVCA 54-33. And Notre Dame Academy beat Granville 40-20. Avon Lake beat St. V. St. M 40-26, which was a surprise to me. And then you had Personal Marion beat Baden by a score of 76-46. Division 4 time. I got 2 of them right, 2 of them wrong. We saw Streetsboro lose to Oral 62-47. Bellevue beat Warrensville Heights by 20. Fairfield Union in a high-scoring football score, 56-35. And Alter beat McNicholas 67-63. Division 5, Norway beat Canton South by a score of 48-43. Afrocentric beat Ottawa Glandorf by a score of 53-38. Portsmouth, they beat Minford by a score of 49-32. And Fairwind beat Versailles 73-38. And in Division 6, why not? It was Rootstown beating Smithville by 1 point, but they did it anyways. Kerry got drilled to Patrick Henry, and Grove drilled Margaretta. In Region 23, Fort Fry against Belpre. That was Fort Fry when Harvest Prep beat Hocking. And Minster beat Anna, too, in Region 24 to win the region there. Danbury ended Warren JFK season, and Mogador ended Western Reserve season. Ottoville won the game, 43-24. Waterford and Highland won, not the Hornets, but Highland and Berlin. And Fort Warmy beat Mississinawa Valley. Folks. I have issues pronouncing names, as you all know by now. But, as you all know by now, the boys basketball district finals happened, where we saw St. Ignatius beat Glen Oak 78-61. Then they beat up St. Ed's pretty bad. That was for sure. McKinley beat Medina. And they went on to beat Whitmer. For misspelling Whitmer. There should be 1 E instead of 2. And the second E is correct. But enough on that. Whitmer beat Brunswick, ending their season 64-62. McKinley, of course, beat Whitmer. Harding beat Hudson, and then Shaker Heights upset the Washington Tigers. Wow, what a shocker. 72-67. Perry, they beat Solon by 1, and Brecksville downed Austintown Fitch by 22. Funny thing, Austintown Fitch didn't even play a game. They just got to the district finals. Wow. North Royalton bounced East Stoic North by a score of 73-30. Avon beat Stowe 59-40, and North Ridgeville beat Green 53-40. Then in the wonderful world of Division 3, we had good old Hoban beat Brush 63-43. And the Highland Hornets, phenomenal season, one of the best seasons in school history, unfortunately come to an end, which made me rather sad. But, oh well, that's just how it is, I guess. As we saw us lose to Garfield Heights 59-46. A well-fought game nonetheless, though. So there was that. There was that. Then what else? There was Olmsted Falls being St. V. Sam 56-41. You talk about a barn burner of all barn burners. The mother of all barn burners. Hoban down Olmsted Falls in triple. I repeat, triple overtime. What a game that was at Medina High School. I was not there, but the BW men's coach was because he's a Hoban grad that lives in Olmsted Falls nowadays. So yeah, that was pretty funny. He said it was a great game. Padua beat Bedford 54-49 and lost to Garfield Heights. Lutheran West beat Nordonia 56-42. Louisville beat Northwest 62-36. In Division 4, Glenville beat Streetsboro by 14. What else? Canfield won in a low-scoring 35-28 game. Bucktown beat Jefferson Area 54-44. Warrensville Heights won by 5 at a 1-point win for Hawken over NDCL 52-51. In Division 5, there was Lutheran East being Poland Seminary 68-35. Canton Central Catholic beat Trinity 62-34. Richmond Heights beat Chagrin Falls 94-49. Wowee. And Norwin beat South Range 63-43. And then Division 6, Smithville won. Kirtland won. They're still standing, Kirtland. Dalton beat Grand Valley. And Campbell Memorial beat LeBray. And then Division 7, Cornerstone Christian, a 40-point win. My goodness, 40-point win over Western Reserve. Warren JFK won 72-47. And Hillsdale beat Harlan Christian 73-54. Well, it's time for Tommy's Picks. One of the last Tommy's Picks of the season. As you can tell, not that much. Of course, it's the state semifinals in OHSAA girls basketball right now, so there is that. And because the state semifinals are so close to now, I figured, you know what? Why not look at who I think is going to win it? And I just made a huge mistake, I realized, because they're a week apart, the state semis and the state finals. So, on the 9th, it'll be Magnificat against Pickerington Central. I think Magnificat will win the state championship. Olmsted Falls Division 2, Notre Dame Academy Division 3, Archbishop Alter 4, Norwayne 5, Columbus Grove 6, and Fort Ormy 7. Now, boys basketball regional playoffs. I told you it was going to be a little more condensed because, man, oh man, I'd probably run out of time. I'd run out of time if I did every region. So I'm just going to save you folks and not bore you to death by doing the regionals in Northeast Ohio. Yes, sir. McKinley against Ignatius Region Finals at Kent State. Got to go Ignatius. Perry against Harding. Got to go Perry. Brecksville against Harding. Going to go Brecksville eventually, but Harding's going to be Perry, and Brecksville will beat Shaker Heights first. And then Division 2, Region 6, we already saw the final in that one. For those two games, Avon lost, North Royalton won. North Royalton's got New Albany. Got to go with the Bears. Division 3, Hoban against Garfield Heights. Now, Garfield Heights has an Ohio State commit. And Marcus Johnson, his father, Sonny, is the head coach of Garfield Heights. So I really think that Garfield Heights is going to beat Hoban and end their season just like how they unfortunately ended our season. Wow. We got Louisville against Hartley. Going to go Louisville. Division 4, Region 13. Bucktown against Glenville. Got to go Bucktown. And Canfield will beat Warrensville Heights. Richmond Heights will beat Lutheran East. Kirtland over Dalton. And Warren JFK over Cornerstone Christian. Wow, we did a lot today, didn't we? I'll center myself out. But yep, that's it. The NCAA tournament is here. You may be saying, well, no, it's not. But you know what? It is. In D3, both men's and women's are going right about now. And actually, tomorrow's when they tip off. Queen of the Ball Wallace Yellow Jackets will be hosting, I repeat, hosting at least the first two games. And I pray to the good Lord we can make it to Sweet 16 and host, because that's going to be a whole lot of fun. We got LaRoche first, and then the winner of Washington Leader, Merchant Marine. And then it's off to the Sweet 16 if we win both games. But will we win both games? That is a great question that I don't know yet. And unfortunately, I would say this is a plug for my YouTube channel, WHBW, but unfortunately, there will be no live stream on my YouTube channel for the NCAA tournament. It makes me rather sad. But you know what? I still plan on having perhaps a pregame show and definitely a postgame show where I'll be interviewing the players and all that great stuff on YouTube, so please subscribe nonetheless. Baseball season's almost here, folks, both for the Guardians and the, high school teams. How exciting, folks, how exciting. Time to thank you for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.